My style can't affect you like it came from fucking voodoo. If you were a murder victim, tell me what would you do? If you woke up in another dimension, we'll call it suspension, where all the demons been peeping and creeping. You hear a voice that reminds you of your father. Maybe I could spare your life, why should I even bother? So you fall to your knees and you start to beg, but then you notice he ain't listen to a word that's been said. He points to your throat and suddenly you can't breathe. You start to writhe in fear till you feel it release. You know, I really don't like you. It's time for you to take a tour of my domain. A little fly through the floor falls out from beneath your feet as you feel the growing sounds of a million screams. Now you're plummeting through the depths of hell. The worst part ain't the heat, it's a horrible smell. Oh my fucking god. Everyone is here. Everyone I know is here. I am the deceiver at night, feeding off the anger in your eyes. I am the deceiver at night, feeding off the anger in your eyes. I am the deceiver at night, feeding off the anger in your eyes.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Wood. This is the Morning Wood where you get what, Missy?
Wooded so good.
Yes, that's right. It is June 24th, I do believe. It is a Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. And that is the show. Goodbye. Okay, I do that all the time. I don't know why I do this. It's not funny, but I keep on doing it. I don't know why, but anyways. We are joined today by a legendary force of the internet, the beard of God himself, Mr. Zigo, Paul. What's up, man?
How's it going? How's it going, everybody?
Good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we hung out.
It has been a while since we chilled, for sure. I'm happy to do it. Now I am going to try and talk you into making this like the Midnight Wood or some shit.
Everybody does that, but no. Anyways, we're also joined by the love. Is she still here? I don't see her. Is she here? Yeah, she's here.
Yeah,
No, she's not. Janie, are you here?
She was
Janie,
here.
her picture's up, but she's not here.
Oh.
She'll be back. Janie's here, and so she's not going to say anything. But I'm also joined by the beautiful, lovely co-host, the wonderful, amazing Missy. How you doing?
Hi.
And, of course, the great voice in the sky, the producer man himself, Booleanenator, and Shabisky's here.
How dwello.
And Shabisky.
So here it is, Shabisky. Here's your chance. We're going to start it off from the get-go. All that shit you've been talking about Paul Zigo. Tom calling him, stupid and fat and ugly. And here it goes. Go. Do it.
You call me
muted.
ugly?
You're
Are
muted.
you muted?
He's
Yeah,
muted.
you're muted there,
He's
Shabisco.
such
Oh, it was an accident. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest.
No.
I don't know if anybody's told you this yet. It's been established. I'm the greatest.
The goat.
I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest.
All right.
Because
you
you look
said
like
that you're ugly and shit, right?
Well, yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, it hurts more coming from somebody else, though.
Yeah.
I
There
never
she
thought
is.
about it like that.
So I found out that I cannot look at the chat and have Google Chrome open at the same time as Skype while doing this. This is like the time the computer's crashed. So
No, that sucks. But I introduced you. There you go. Hey, good. But so what we're doing is letting Shabisky talk his shit, because he's been running Paul down. Shabisky has.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard through the grapevine. And to be honest with you, I've heard good things about everybody in the room today, except for this Shabisky fellow.
Yeah. Well, Shabisky's a piece of shit, dude.
I'm the greatest.
He's an idea joke thief, first of all. He steals all my jokes and ideas. I've been doing the Pimpmunk character since 2013. All of a sudden, he comes up with a Shabisky character.
Shabisky.
Shabisky.
When is she gonna be on?
It's so fucking.
Go get her.
I want to meet Shabisky, dude.
Got one of my wigs.
He was on. She was on about a few weeks ago. We all. I came on as Pimpmunk. Marshall, I think, dressed up. Somebody, whoever else was on it. Fire Ronan. Yeah, he came on. And then Missy was a dude.
I was.
Yeah.
I drew a goatee on and I put a big pillow under the
Kind of
hoodie.
like me, I guess, basically.
I had a cabbie hat and everything.
She probably had a bigger dick than I got. That's what's fucking hurtful. But, money music. Good morning, y'all. Hope everyone is all right today. Well, thank you, Forgotten Memes. I don't like you still.
Great.
Money will not change that.
So a certain amount of money might change that.
Well, 3,000 made.
Right.
$3 ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do the donation type of stuff sometimes, and when it's like $1, $2, $3, I always pre-read that shit because I'm like, that's not quite enough to get me to read anything. You know what I mean? Like, if it's nice, I'll read it, but for $3, no.
That's funny.
I do it. I do it for $1.
Good for $1. I hear you.
Help.
So I've been arguing on Facebook about racism.
Oh God.
Yeah. Dude, if you're still having thoughts of like, all lives matter, man, then you're an idiot.
Well,
because nobody in the fucking world is not saying that all lives don't matter. If you don't really understand what they're saying, then you are a retard.
I mean, it really isn't hard to understand the whole idea behind Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, it's so simple. It's their life. I mean, their lives don't matter to a lot of fucking people, and that's obvious.
Nobody matters. We're all gonna die.
Well, we are.
Well, fair enough.
We're all equal in the grave.
Are we though?
Yeah, man. We're just bones on the inside.
Well,
yeah, but like
we all just bones.
Me and Pimpmunk are gonna stink a lot more and for a lot longer than a lot of people. In the grave.
That's true, because we're fat.
We're fat as fuck.
You can change that before you die.
But yeah.
I don't plan on it.
I try. Every now and again I try, but it just doesn't work out ever.
That's just because he didn't try hard enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
I don't mean to sound like a dick.
It's truth.
I lost 60 pounds, and so like every time I hear somebody being like, I
pizza
can't do it.
That's the question. Pizza tastes really good.
Dude, yeah, you know what I do? Is like if I'm like having a day where I'm just
You're a skinny bitch up here telling me
Hold on. You know what? I didn't used to be a skinny bitch. I used to be 60 pounds heavier. I used to be a fat girl, and I used to be fucking chubby my whole fucking life, man. But you know what I started doing? I still eat fucking pizza, man, but if I'm not moving around a whole lot during the day, don't do what I do.
Meth.
I would just like drink water and tea and shit, and then in the evening, eat half a fucking pizza. All my calories.
I drink water all the time. It's just got carbonated and
still at a
sugar in it.
deficit. Yeah, just deficit, calorie deficit.
Carbonated sugar water.
It's really easy.
Okay, I'll get off my soapbox.
My only problem with that is that it leaves like half the day that I can't eat another pizza.
Yeah.
I want to have a pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening.
Probably have
Pizza
a
at
whole
supper
pizza. You
time.
can have one half in the morning and one half in the evening.
Did you know if you put pizza on a bagel, you can have
Just
pizza
slice
anytime?
That's true. I've heard that. I don't know where I heard that from, but I heard that. Yeah.
Shabisky, say something. See, that's Shabisky's biggest problem, Paul, is he does a podcast, but yet he doesn't talk much.
What? No, I talk
Shabisky.
plenty. I'm just scared.
What are you
just think
scared
all is
of?
gonna
I
come
feel
on.
that.
I get that sometimes when I bring bigger guests. I'm like, I'm nervous. Like that's just Paul though.
No, yeah, seriously. Like I'm just a dork from a tiny little town in California, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not many people that I like fan over or whatever, fanboy over, like but I've been watching The Amazing Atheist for like over 10 years, and that includes you up all the podcasts.
Hey,
Thank you, PT.
So I've been watching you
man.
for like 8 years
That's
or
a good
something.
I think you
Hey,
forgot a
friend.
0 though, PT.
That guy's a
Oh
friend.
damn.
PT is a boss. He's my biggest supporter.
That guy's a good fan. He's a good
Yeah,
fan.
he's a great fan. He's an awesome fan. He's one of the best. And then that's the thing that pisses me off about Shabisky is PT Ham is like my biggest supporter, and he happens to be a black guy, right? And then Shabisky calls him an Uncle Tom one time.
He did.
How
It was an accident. I was trying to be funny, Paul.
do you
get
accidentally?
first time I'm catching Paul live, so I gotta take the chance to say
Paul
that
live.
you're an awesome entertainer and the best EFF host. Love you, man, smiley face. Love the pimp crew as well, of course, but you guys already know, winking face.
Well, that's
Aw.
awesome.
That's awesome.
That
Thank you
was
for
so
that.
wholesome.
That was wholesome. Wow.
That's too
The
sweet.
vibes are so
Crap
fucking good in
latte.
here.
Yeah, dude.
Crap
well,
latte.
we got a
Crap
good
latte.
fan base, man. We try to keep the cancer out.
Jesus. Well, when you
That's why-
like, you have to give me some tips behind the scene, man.
Oh shit, I
Well,
should leave.
first of all, don't have any of Shabisky's friends around because
Wait,
Pimp and Paul back once again. Now where's Tommy to whip out his Italian sausage? Ooh.
dude, he intimidates me and Paul because he has such a huge slong.
Were you like? Did you ever see it?
Yes, I was the.
Hearing
I
about
was.
this, I don't
It was on
believe
my.
you.
It was right before my show one night, the Pimpmunk show. When I was doing that, he whipped it out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You were
He-
there.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah. mhm.
Okay, all right, yeah, because I just remember being in some live. I was living in a hotel at the time. I just moved to fucking Texas, and I was sitting in a room with a bunch of people. I guess Pimpmunk was there too, and he jokingly said like, "Y'all want me to whip it out?" And of course we were like, "Yeah, do it." And he stood up, and fucking
With the leg.
unleashed that thunder hammer. It was. It was. Man, I've never felt so bad about my penis in my life.
Dude, I
If
know.
you're gonna hype somebody up, you gotta be prepared for the shame that comes after, man.
Dude, I
He could-
was.
He could
Yeah, I
knock
was
a person
thinking
out
that-
with that dick.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was-
really
I was-
thinking that Pimp was exaggerating.
No,
because he just
I
has
was-
an angry Tic Tac to compare it to, so
Yeah.
everything looks that giant.
I was
But-
sincere. I was
That's what Paul
sincerely.
is saying.
I was
People-
genuinely fearful for my life when I seen that penis. I mean,
That's how I feel about Missy's titties.
Yeah, well, well, there you go. But yeah, there you go. That is, I guess, kind of equal comparison there. Missy's titties, Tommy's dick.
They do intimidate.
If they were
Yeah.
in one room, you'd be crowded.
You
Holy
guys get
fuck.
to hide it more though.
If they were on one person,
Oh God,
I mean,
that's the
Think
most
about
fucked
that.
up tranny ever, right there.
think about
They wouldn't
that.
be able to walk.
Like a fucking spider.
Yeah, just tilt over all the time.
Obviously, be a porn star
Third leg.
if it was that.
Yeah,
But did he ever lay? Did Tommy ever lay a kiss on you?
yeah.
Oh my fucking god, man!
In
That's
Ohio,
another
the
thing.
the same night he kissed you, he kissed me.
That motherfucker, man. On
Why
top
are
of
we
everything
kissing
else,
each other so fucking much.
I don't know, but that was the most gentle, tender but firm kiss I've ever had in my entire life.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I melted like butter in that man's arms. He just grabbed me up and dipped me, and I just went with it. I don't know what I don't know what to tell you.
made it real gay.
I mean, it is.
That's pretty gay.
That's pretty gay. I remember just saying, Tommy, I'm kissing Tommy from the Bronx. That's what I was thinking. I don't remember
That's
thinking
cute.
I'm butter.
Wow.
But
See,
yeah,
I don't know. See, I don't know if you've heard through the grapevine, Pimpmunk, but Your boy Paul's ego came out as bisexual about a year ago.
I heard about this.
Which I was worried that you might feel a little put off by that because I didn't tell you that before we sucked face. So you didn't know I popped a little half chub, you know what I mean?
You made me gay.
Yeah, I gave you the disease.
Gave me the
You gave him the gay.
Dude, I've cuddled with trannies. I don't care. I mean,
It
but you know, I was actually called a transphobic because I did cuddle with a very good friend of mine. She happens to be a male to female transgender person. She was in a bad way, and so I cuddled with her. Right, she was having a bad moment. She was crying. I hugged her, put her in my, and then later on, me and her both. I was joking with her. I said I cuddled with her from waist up, and then I was called a transphobic because I made that joke.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they said I was transphobic because I said that, and I was like, "Fuck you."
Wow.
That's just stupid.
You can't get away with shit these days.
No, dude, but that right there is just dumb because I'm the furthest thing from, and also I've seen her dick, and it's also huge.
God damn.
Yeah, that pissed me off because she ran across she had a towel on. She said, "Hey, Pimpmunk," and flashed me and wiggled it. And it was like fucking a baby's arm. And I'm like, she don't even want it. She doesn't even
just have
want
a transplant.
And I want a big dick, and I got this fucking angry pinky finger.
When she goes to get reconstructive surgery, just have them put that onto you.
Just graft it on there.
You know, like recycling.
Can you do that?
Fucking no.
Reuse, reduce.
I was reading this article that like back in ancient like Rome and ancient Greece and shit, little dicks were seen as a sign of intelligence.
Well, I'm a smart motherfucker.
And like were actually considered to be sexier than big dicks. Big dicks were like gross back. Man, I was just like, man, born in the wrong fucking age, dude.
You know, I find some women who still say that, but I don't know.
This sounds like something that a guy with a small dick would come up with.
It probably was, honestly.
That's like when people say it's not the size of the ocean, it's the motion. Have you ever seen an ocean? They're not small.
Yeah.
I can't remember whose joke I'm gonna steal here, but what is it? People say it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean, but nobody wants to row to Africa in a rowboat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what I mean?
It's really hard to get to take a rowboat to China, I think is how it goes. But yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I just wish I had a row.
Yeah.
All I got is dude. It's just
I got a life raft down here.
Oh my god!
I got a 2-person life raft down here, and
I've got a life vest.
I need more coffee.
I've got a fucking vest. I got snorkels.
I got slimmies. Does that count?
Yeah, the little thing.
I don't want to know what's down there.
That's what I got. Yeah.
I don't want to know what's down there.
Mine, dude, it's bad. I have a sex change every time I take a shower. It's fucking horrible.
See, the thing is, Pimp, like, if we lost weight, because we got, like, a lot of people don't realize, the fat guys, we got the fupa issue going on.
The pouch. The fat pouch.
Well, yeah, like, the fupa eats, like, 3/4 of your dick.
Yeah.
So it makes it look like a little mushroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight back in the day, though, and it didn't really grow that much.
Fuck, don't tell me that.
I just have a little penis. That's it. I mean, even as a skinny guy, I would have a little dick.
I think you would be able to tell if the fupa thing, because you just like push it down.
Yeah, I think I would have
Nobody likes sticking their nose in a fupa.
I think I would have like a tiger prawn if I didn't have a fupa.
That's right.
I have a clit, is what I have.
Yeah, with 3 testicles.
Yeah, and 3 testicles, of course. Yes.
So
that's that's something I'll always be brought up every damn day of my life. Somebody brings up the 3 testicles. I had one guy ask me one time, Paul, well, how does it feel to have 3 testicles? I don't know. How does it feel to have 2? I've always had 3.
That's true. And think about it.
Like, how would you know?
You started this off talking about fucking Lance Armstrong. He's got 1. We got the whole gamut today.
Yes, we made full circle.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes, that's true.
And 0 with Shabisky.
We did a loop.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Well, now, I'm not sure Shabisky's going to have balls. Yeah, he doesn't have balls. What? He claims to have
huge balls.
So here's his ball. He knows.
Oh,
he
he
knows
woke
I
up.
date black women, right? Everybody knows I date black women. So all of a sudden, Shabisky has a black girlfriend, but nobody sees her ever.
Oh shit, Shabisky, are you pulling the I'm dating a girl from Canada and you wouldn't know her?
You can hear her.
No, that's his
He
mom.
lives in
I'm telling
Vancouver
you.
and sucks like a hoover.
It's a secret.
Is it a secret to her too?
Oh! Sorry, that was loud.
Sorry,
I'm
my
kidding.
bad.
Dude,
They told me to
gotta
give
hate
you
on-
shit, Shabisky.
Yeah,
told
why
me
you
to give you
hating on me, man?
They told me to give you shit, Shabisky.
The fuck?
Nobody
Missy,
told me
tell him
that.
to not give me shit.
Missy's not gonna do that because Missy's on my side now.
You got huge titties. You could boss people around, Missy. Come on.
That is true.
That is true.
That's very true.
No,
Come
it's
on.
true. You can
Use
move
your power.
the girls around.
So
It's really
easy.
intimidating.
God, I hate when men want to talk like they're intelligent shit because we're not. Women are far superior creature than a man is. Far superior to us. We're fucking idiot. Dude, Missy could be right here, right now, and I could be a goddamn fucking genius motherfucker like Landon Curtino or something. And she walk in, I'm like,
Gotta say though, I met some dumb fucking women. I met, you know what?
that's
One of
true.
my roommates in college. She's got to be one of the dumbest people I've ever met, besides my landlord. She legit put a bowl in the microwave with a fork in it. And I like saw her do this and I was like, she's going to take the fork out, right? She's going to take the fork out, right? And she didn't. And she closed the door and I like jumped up from my place on the couch and like yanked the door open and was like, what are you doing? She's like, I've done it before. I'm like,
Oh, God.
that doesn't. And this was also the girl who like came up to me while I was just like sitting and watching a movie or something. And she did get me into Desperate Housewives, though. And like after binging that show, it's just you can just eat that shit up.
I like how she's all over the place.
I'm always all over the place. But where was I? Oh, that's right. So she was like, "Hey, do you want to go pick up some guys at the park?" And granted, I was living in Chicago at this time, and by park she meant Grant Park, which is in downtown, like that gigantic park downtown where they have like Lala and shit. Yeah, so she's, and I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, we'll just go walk around and like, just go to cute guys and ask for directions. Pretend we don't know where we're going. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm going to
That's
pass
a
on that
great
one,
way to
Sam.
get
And it was
raised.
like 8:00 at night. Yeah, and I was just like, please don't do that. She's like, okay, I'm going to go ask Kaylee. And I was like, can you guys not? I mean, maybe I'll get a bigger room if you guys die, but that's not.
No, there's definitely dumb women out there, of course, but I honestly believe this as far as like in general, I think most women are just way smarter than we are.
Maybe emotional intelligence.
I think that overall they're just better.
Better people.
I don't know why
Emotional
I'm
and
trying to like talk down women when I am one. I don't know. I just like there's like something really amusing to me about like shit talking my own gender. Like when I'm out and about and I'll be like hanging out, like I hang out with my sister and stuff, and I just see a woman do anything, and I just be like.
Because women are spiteful motherfuckers towards each other. Now that's the thing. Women are really mean to each other in a lot of cases.
Oh, I've only, you know what? I was actually thinking about this the other day. I have only heard dudes say that. I have not heard other women say that other women are like really, really bitchy.
Because
Unless the women that you meet are still somehow stuck mentally in high school, even though they're in their fucking 30s.
And 40s and 50s.
Now, here's why women are definitely emotionally better than we are, because you know how to show your emotions in most cases. Guys bottle that shit up and we become fucking idiots with it. Most women that I know how to express themselves, which guys
it's called crying.
Which guys don't. Guys think it makes them look wimpy or pussyfied if they do so, which is stupid. It's fucking retarded. But I used to be that guy. In my 20s, I thought if a man cried, he was a pussy. I'm not going to lie. That's the way I was. Which I grew up hard, right? I grew up like, I don't want to mention this, but when I was raped as a child, I hid that shit back, and it was all, it fucked me up. I didn't want to, and then when I finally did start opening up and talking, I realized showing emotions does not make you a pussy. It actually takes strength to do that.
Yeah.
So...
I still struggle with that shit though.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't. I was just. I grew up in a suck it up type of household. You know what I mean? And I'm still to this day, man. It takes like a fucking act of God to get me to really, go to that emotional place and shit.
You want some of my emotions? I got too many. Can we do like a trade or something? I got way too much going on.
No, I've got plenty going on. I just pretend I don't.
So, since you brought it up, Paul, and I haven't talked to you, well, we may have had a few conversations, but really sat down and talked about that situation where you brought up about being bisexual.
Yeah.
How did your life change any after you came out with it?
No, not really. That's like when I came out, I talked to TJ about it. He's been out as bisexual for a long time.
Yeah, TJ's always admitted sucking dick.
He was kind of talking to me. He was like, "Yeah, the bisexual closet is a weird thing because it's not like the gay closet. Because like the gay closet is like you're dating people you don't really want to be with, and you're trying to hide this, you're trying to hide that. But like the bi closet, like I could have went my whole fucking life and dated nothing but women and been fine with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and nobody would have known nobody would have been the wiser. So really, it was just a personal choice. But yeah, my life didn't change much, other than still, like to this day. Well, here we go.
I'm reading it, kind of. Go ahead, you finish.
Okay, like to this day, people are still finding out. You know what I mean? Like I'll still see, like I'll bring it up just conversationally, and people will be like, "Wait, Paul's bi?" I'm like, "How many fucking times am I gonna have to come out to the community? What do I need to do? Do I need to get a shirt?"
People don't realize that I play a fictional character, and like it literally says in my title cards that this is a work of satire. Yeah, no, people still don't get it. They still think that Olive Gardens is a real person.
Well, yeah, that's the way people are. The internet's really fucking stupid. I mean, me and Paul did a thing one time where we did it for a charity where we acted. Somebody paid for us to have a fake drama, and we did that for like a little bit, and people really thought it was real, man. People were coming to me like, "Why are you cussing, Paul?" I'm like, dude,
hook, line, and sinker, man.
Yeah,
it didn't take much.
They're really not smart, and they don't get a lot of times I have to tell Pimpmunk's a character, right? I'm dumb, but I'm not as dumb as it may seem, because it's a character. I mean, I don't yell at people. I don't go around on the streets and yell at people.
No,
I do that online for money.
Right.
Can confirm. I've had Pimpmunk sleep. We had a sleepover for a couple of nights. So
yeah, that's true. I've been around Paul, and I didn't yell at him. I don't think I yelled at him. No, I am a confrontational type of person. I'll be the first one to tell you. If I think you're doing me wrong, I will tell you that.
Right.
And I know I can handle my shit. Like if you come at me, I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
Sure.
I'm non-violent. I'm like super non-violent. Like I don't go clubbing because I really love seals. Like I just don't participate in that sort of thing because like nobody makes me mad except like, well, I mean like when you really cross me, like I'm not gonna flip around, but like I like have this deep well of patience. That's why I'm always on Twitter because like I love reading people's stuff and like disagreeing with them, but then knowing that like I'm right all along.
Yeah, there you go. Twitter is and
I don't have to argue.
Twitter is one of the worst places on earth.
That's true.
It's a cesspool.
It is,
God, I love it.
But it's not as bad as Facebook.
I'll have to have you teach me how to fight, Pimpmunk.
Actually, it's worse than a cesspool. At least a cesspool serves a function of catching your shit when you're done taking it.
True.
Yeah,
Oh.
I do need to teach you how to fight, Paul.
Yeah, you got to teach me the principles and shit because my dad told me once. He said men in our family can't fight.
Really?
Said it's just the way it is, man. So if you ever actually get in a fight, don't square up. Don't pretend you're a boxer or some shit.
Is this truth?
This is truth.
Wow.
Really?
He told me don't do the whole squaring up thing. He said you just climb that motherfucker like a tree. You rush him, grab 2 fistfuls of hair, start biting, start scratching, start kicking, do whatever you got to do because you're not gonna win the stand up.
Yeah.
So,
well, see, I come from a family that the guys in my family were all badasses. It's fact. I mean, my family were a tough bunch.
yeah.
And I had to learn how to fight. I get my ass whooped if I didn't.
Yeah, I hear you there. Like it's weird. All my cousins are correctional officers, big ass bad prisons and shit. They're all bad motherfuckers, but I just missed the gene somehow.
I realized I knew how to. I mean, I'm not claiming to be a bad motherfucker. There's a lot of people out there who can whoop my ass, but how I learned that I did know how to throw these was I was bullied really bad in elementary, like really bad. About 5th grade, I learned 2 things about myself. I knew that I was more clever than they was with insults. I could make jokes really well. I had a funny sense of humor, and I knew how I could punch you and it hurt.
I was just fat.
That was my thing, and then people stopped fucking with me because I'd either insult you worse or I would beat your ass. And then and I'm not like. A lot of people think that I fight now. I haven't fought in many, many years. All my fights were in my 20s. And yeah, I've got stories that make people cringe, like getting my eyeball dug out of my head and shit like that. I mean, that was bad.
Did they do the fish hook?
I guess, because when they were beating me up, I didn't even realize my eye was out of my head. I got up and I was on the ground. And then when I walked into the house, everybody went, "Oh my God," because my eye was hanging out.
Yeah, sometimes if you hit somebody hard enough, you can pop the eye out, or you do the fish hook, where you just hook your finger.
My dumbass tried to put it back in myself. I grabbed my eye and tried to put it back in myself like a fucking idiot.
Maybe let the doctor do that one.
And I did. I had to go to the doctor, and they did.
Take a little sling for your eyeball.
Yeah, the whole side of my face every bone in my face was fractured and broken. So yeah,
he knocked it out then.
Yeah, I was pretty beat up, and I got that dude back though.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but anyways, it's like, I haven't fought. I don't support fighting. I think fighting, but now I will never say that fighting doesn't ever solve anything. I won't say that because it has solved shit for me.
Sure, I mean sometimes you got to do what you got to do for sure.
Yeah, I mean.
Violence.
Fighting does not make you a man, but sometimes you have to fight when you're a man. That's just the way it is. Kenny Rogers said it perfectly in Coward of the County, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll pop up in my life at some point. I'm not looking forward to it though.
It hurts, dude. And I'm gonna tell you something. Some of the worst I've ever heard is the fights I won.
I'm sure.
The hardest I've ever been hit was by a woman with a whiskey bottle. They do not break like they do in the movies. They're not made of sugar glass.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a little pushy with because I had like only hung out with guys when I was in high school, because I was like one of those little chubby nerdy chicks who could like sort of wander after them like a duckling. But so like I had to assert my dominance, right? And so like they'd be like punch each other on the arm and shit. Yeah, I found out I had kind of a hard backhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to stop.
No, I've never hit nobody with a 2x4.
I almost knocked one of my friends out.
I was hit with a 2x4 on this red. I didn't hit the guy with a 2x4. There was a guy hit me with that had a nail in it, and the nail stuck in the back of my head.
I was just bigger and had a meaty fist, and that kid was skinny as fuck.
Yeah, and I see people online all the time talking about, I'm an alpha male. First of all, if you have to tell people you're an alpha, you're not an alpha.
Yeah,
that's true.
The first sign of not being an alpha.
That's true.
People
know you're an alpha.
I've met a number of badasses in my life, and not a single one of them has spent any time telling people what a badass they are.
Yeah,
they just are.
Now I talk about my stories from the past because I think they help. Because I always end it with I was stupid, and you shouldn't do these things because I was stupid. But my fighting was due to because I was angry and I wanted to lose. That's the thing. I didn't try to lose, but I wanted to lose.
Right.
And because I wanted to hurt. I mean, that's the thing. I wanted pain because I wanted to feel physically like I did mentally and on the inside.
Yeah, that's why people self-harm.
Yeah.
Physical pain is oftentimes, one, it releases those chemicals in your brain that help you deal with pain, and releases like dopamine, oxytocin, and adrenaline starts pumping and stuff. But it's also to sort of distract your brain from the emotional pain, which is really fucked up. Like, you have to have pretty bad emotional pain to start doing that kind of shit.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Not good.
Well, another reason they do that is just to remind themselves they can feel shit at all, because sometimes
That
your brain,
Yeah.
when you're emotionally fucked up, it literally stops you from feeling anything at all. You don't feel mad, you don't feel sad, you don't feel angry, you don't feel happy, you feel numb.
That's
True.
a little, might be dissociation too. That's
That's
sort of
why
feeling comes. Yeah.
That's why Shabisky sticks shit in his butt, because he likes that pain.
What do you
Like
got
he's
in
on
there
his
right
ass
now?
all day?
What's in there right now, Shabisky?
I don't know. You want me to take a look?
Rubber
Yeah,
duckling.
dig around
Rubber
in there.
ducky. Rubber ducky.
Hold on. Let me get the butt plug out real quick.
Forgot.
Just the head of a rubber
Forgot
ducky.
there.
I think one of the reasons I am the way I am is I didn't have any brothers growing up. Do you have brothers, Pimpmunk?
Well, no. Well, not growing up. My brother died when I was very little.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did
Chapstick?
not know.
Yeah,
that's
I think it's
Is that a
chapstick in
tampon?
my ass.
But I
Ah,
had
chapstick.
I did have my mom's brother who was very close to my age. She raised him like a son. So we were, so basically I did.
Yeah. See, I never had that like brotherly competition. I had 5 sisters.
It helps.
And my mom.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh.
funny because I have a little brother and he has 5 sisters because there's 6 of us.
Well, take a look at me. Yeah,
The little
this is what he's
prince.
gonna grow up into.
The little prince.
Well, I mean, I think, and also, I mean, I think it's also the areas you may grow up into. Like I grew up, I was in the hood, right? I
Yeah.
grew up in the hood. I mean, you had to fight to prove yourself. I mean, it's just the way it was. I mean, all the guys I hung out with, I hung out with a number of black dudes when I was a teenager. I mean, I was the white boy that had to prove himself to all the black boys. I mean, I was. And they pretty much found out that I couldn't handle myself. So I think it's like that. It's your area you grow up in. I grew up close to Memphis, and it's a hard area around here. It really is. And it's so yeah. I mean, it had a lot to do with it. And plus, I thought I grew up in and in the South, the rural South, where that shit is you're expected. If you're not a man unless you can swing.
Yeah, that's definitely a difference in culture for sure. I grew up kind of like lower middle class in a little suburb in the middle of California, and like there were some dudes that were rough and shit, but I didn't hang around with those guys.
Yeah,
I chilled with the pussies.
Yeah,
Me and the pussies got
ditto.
along. No,
I grew
I
up
mean,
in a town that had more cows than people.
but I had some tactics, man, dude. I had good female empathy. I set up this thing in high school that like it may sound fucking lame, but I'm telling you, dude, the ladies loved it. My car was called the Tampon Mobile.
Oh my God.
Because check this out. I realized I hung out with a lot of chicks, and I would always hear them like every once in a while, oh man, I started my period. I don't have a tampon. What the fuck am I going to do? I got to go home. I got to do this. So I stocked my fucking glove box. I pulled all that shit out of my glove box, pads, panty liners, and tampons. And I was like, ladies,
You joined, dude. So this is why I think that like women aren't always like as bitchy like in general to each other, because we have this fucking blood bond. Every fuck.
Hey Paul, I wanted to know your views regarding existentialism, knowing that all our death clocks are ticking down. How do you cope with the reality that we will all die, becoming part of the dirt and inevitably having our consciousness cease to be?
Whoa.
man, I feel like you want a real deep answer from me on this, but I don't deal with that shit. I'm scared to death of dying.
That's fucking John Morgan with his ass.
I don't want to die. I ain't got
I
that
find
shit
it
figured out.
comforting. I find it comforting in a sense.
I mean, it's the act of dying that I don't find comforting. Being dead, I'm not going to give a fuck.
Exactly. I feel the exact same way. The act of dying scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
So,
I don't want to die.
I've read a lot about philosophy, but I had this weird like couple of weeks span where I just started reading about people having near-death experiences. And like the most common thing throughout all of them is that when death was really coming, is that they felt a sense of peace come over them.
I can relate. Can relate. I had a
Yeah, no, I've almost died.
I had a run-in with I've had several run-ins with death in my life, but I had a real close call in my teens. Was kidnapped at gunpoint by a couple of guys and taken out in the middle of nowhere and dumped naked in a field. And yeah, like
that's so fucked.
People ask.
Cameron.
Yeah. I think it was Shabisky too. I've been staring at him this whole time.
Shabisky.
Like, fuck, where have I seen that face?
Think about this. Now look at him and tell me, does he not look like a young John Waters?
Whoa, yeah, he does.
He does, dude.
Cutie pie.
He does.
I'm the greatest.
But yeah, you know, when I was driving around with those dudes in the back seat with the gun to my head, there like a lot of people will ask, like, were you screaming? Were you crying? Were you freaking out? And I was like, no. Like, there's this like sense of like shutdown that happens. Yeah. It's part of, I think, psychology, like when it's shock or whatever.
Yeah,
your body
actually,
just kind of.
It's not shock. It's like it's like part of shock. It's like
it's
the
acceptance.
First 20, 30 minutes of like experiencing something traumatic like that. Your adrenaline starts kicking in and it allows you to do that stuff. But then you run out of it eventually, and like that's when people are like, oh, like falling apart.
I think it's kind of like
I know
old
way
people.
Too much about this.
I think it's kind of like old people in a way that they get to a point to where they know it's about to happen, so they just accept it.
Yeah, cats will go off on their own to die.
Yeah. I mean, so man, every time somebody bring up a pet, I think about my dog recently died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My pit bull, yeah.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
Yeah, and I tell you what, these last 7 months been hard, dude. Lost my dad, my dog, everything's crazy.
The universe is just throwing all the shit at you.
Yeah,
when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, but no, when my dad died, I did get a lot of love. I like TJ, sent me some love, man. I appreciate that one because he understood, because he can relate,
Of course.
Yeah, and that was a bunch of people did, and it was very cool. But Shabisky killed my dad.
Oh God!
Damn it, Shabisky.
It was an accident.
He said blacks too.
Yeah,
he did. He did say blacks.
Yeah, let me tell you how he did this. Now, Paul, I asked because I always ask Shabisky questions because he doesn't know what he's not like what I would call like stupid. He just don't know shit that everybody knows. That's what I always say.
Okay. He knows
common sense.
Yeah, he doesn't have common knowledge. He doesn't know things. Like I asked him, I said, "What is a flock of crows called?" And he did not. So it's also the word is also considered a crime, and he said blacks.
He did say blacks.
I don't remember this.
A murder.
We all remember it clearly.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, Shabisky.
Yeah, Shabisky's a bad person. But he doesn't. I mean, he like we asked him one time which war came first. Was it the Civil War or Vietnam War? And he said Vietnam War. He thought Alaska was a country.
Oh.
He did.
Africa was a country.
Yeah, he
talked about this. It's way too big to be a state.
Yeah, and then his argument is I don't have to know this stuff, so it doesn't matter. Which I understand his argument, but it's just shit people know.
Yeah, I mean, but I bet it's nice being Shabisky, though. Because, like, there's some shit that I know, and I'm no professor or anything, but there's some shit I know that I wish I didn't. Sure. I'd be happy to take that knowledge and throw it away. Live in ignorance of it.
What's up, Tommy? We were talking about you earlier. Tommy from the Bronx in the chat room.
Tommy. Cockerino.
Oh, I like to call him Thomas from Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas from Kentucky.
He says, yo, Paul, give me a kiss.
Oh, my God. Aww. Anytime, man.
I wouldn't want to kiss him.
You just grab me up, Tommy. You just grab me up just like you did that one time. I'll be Jello in your arms.
Paul's got a little sugar. I have
buttery Jello.
Buttery Jello, yeah.
Buttery Jello.
That does not sound good.
Sounds weird.
Yeah. So yeah, but Shabisky, but he knows lizards real well. He knows reptiles. He's into reptiles. So I don't know that. So there you go.
There you go. I used to have a big ass. I used to have a big ass iguana when I was growing up.
That's
big old,
bitchin'.
like 6 1/4 foot long from nose to tail. Man, dude was a beast.
How long did you have it?
So cool.
We got him as like a little time. Like I've got a picture of him when I was a little kid of him like holding on to my thumb.
Yeah.
Like, and he could
That's
barely
so
get his
cute.
little arms around my thumb. And
was
he
his
grew
name?
into a fucking monster.
Yeah, I don't even know how long green iguanas live for. I'd imagine long.
As far as I know, he's still alive. Like my parents, when I moved out, eventually ended up giving him to like a, what do they call him? Like one of those reptile rescue places that lets
Wait,
them
what
just
was
kind of
his-
live.
I think they
What
have
was his
very long
name?
lifespans.
He had the most unique name for an iguana that you can imagine.
George.
Iggy.
Iggy.
Oh.
Iggy the iguana, man. I really dug deep when I named it.
That's cute.
Give it a lot of
Oh,
thought.
Tommy said 50 to 70 years.
Yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Tommy, doesn't
That's so
Tommy have a
cool.
big lizard? Don't you have a big
That's
lizard?
his dick.
Tommy's got a big old lizard.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
talking
that's his
about
dick.
stick.
But no, I think
Trouser
most
snake.
if I'm not mistaken, I think most reptiles have a long lifespan. Am I correct?
Yeah, the bigger ones tend to, I think.
Yeah, definitely not
Yeah,
the small
the
guys.
little ones. Leopard geckos don't
Yeah.
last.
I don't like
very long.
turtles live for fucking ever. I've got a little turtle that we've had for like 9 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna-
Yeah, they'll live forever.
yeah. They're dinosaurs.
But
Yeah.
I learned a lot of weird shit about iguanas, man. Like living with all women, like I said before, I had to learn that iguanas can sense when women are menstruating, and it drives them insane. Like male iguanas can sense when
Really?
it's period time, and it drives them literally fucking nuts. And women can't come near it. Like they'll bite, they'll try and attack.
It's the
Yeah.
blood bond.
Yeah,
It's
Blood
the
bond.
blood bond. That's why like we get it. It's like you can go up to any woman, like another woman can go up to any woman in the fucking bathroom and be like, "Hey girl, you got a tampon?" Because like we got a blood bond. That's what every woman has in common. Blood bond.
Well, if everybody's
People who are born with those chromosomes.
if everybody's out of tampons, come to the tampon mobile. I'm telling you,
No.
I got you covered.
That's fucked up, Paul.
The
Applicator or no
menstruation mobile.
applicator.
That's a little
Demonstration
creepy.
mobile.
That's a
It
little.
is. It's a little creepy. You're right, but it worked. It worked.
Dude,
It got me.
yeah.
It got me absolutely no pussy in high school.
Well, see, that's the thing. I got more pussy in high school than I did as a grown man because I played ball, right?
Yeah.
And I was really good at it. So I got a lot of coochie.
Damn.
Is that when
See,
you
I'm the opposite. I never got any in high
I
school.
got way more
I
pussy
didn't
than
get
a
any
fat man
pussy
should
either.
ever get in his life anyway. But I was always put in a position where I could get coochie. Like I played ball in high school. I worked clubs when I was older as an adult. And so, I was always in a position to where women like that. So I got way more pussy than I ever should have.
Yeah.
I should have got no vagina like I did. But I did. I was lucky.
Yeah, I've been a lucky one too, for sure.
I didn't drive around in a car full of tampons,
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, I tried.
Yeah, you try.
Gotta try something.
Yeah,
Just imagine
hey, baby, instead of outside dealing. Hey, baby, is it your time tomorrow? I got your hookup right here.
What you need? Extra absorbent today?
You want to
Wings
buy a
or without, baby?
tampon?
Wings or without?
What kind of flow you working with today? Is it light or
Now
heavy?
they're doing those
Oh, you
cups
can come to
though,
a
and
school
that's
in a trench
disgusting.
Yeah, those
Those cups are fucking disgusting.
Let them
Oh, the
get
cups.
some cups or something.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I didn't carry the cups.
I've
I didn't
heard
know
that
anybody
it's
used the
really
cups.
messy to pull it out. Like it's convenient to wear it, but not to remove it, and that's the worst. You don't want like
think
your
it's
cup
literally like a-
overflowing.
silicone. It's just silicone, and you got to
Yeah.
squeeze it to pull it out of you. So
Yeah, I have a good friend
Yeah,
that
that's
swears by them though.
cool.
That's all she uses. I have a
maybe
friend.
the benefits outweigh the mess.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if it works, it works.
They say if you know how to do it right, there's no mess.
well,
Right.
maybe not all of us. Olive. Olive, that's my name.
Now, personally,
Maybe not all of us can handle it. Maybe, you know what? Some of us just free flow.
free flow.
Have you not looked this up? This is a legit thing where, you just free flow and you let it like stay in your pants, stay in your underpants, all that stuff. And it's just natural. You just let the blood and all the mucus and like the cells and stuff just flow right into your clothing. I mean, it's a little hard to get the stains out, but like you feel at one with your moon cycle.
Your moon cycle? Okay.
You know
I love the
does that? Those people that fucking breastfeed their children until they're 8.
That's terrifying.
Fucked up, weird.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Oedipus. That's how you get an Oedipus. That's how you get a Norman Bates. That's how you get a lot of really fucked up characters. End up gouging out your eyeballs with what was it, needles? Needles. Sewing needles? The Greeks were really fond of like really violent deaths at the end. So the play that Oedipus is in, it's in Euripides, I believe. He like doesn't realize that his mom is his mom. He just like thinks it's the queen that is wife to this king. But he's actually their son, and he kills the king and marries his mom, and then he finds out, and then he like loses it, and he gouges out his eyeballs with needles.
Ew.
And that's got issues. Yeah, dude. I think his mom kills herself too. Everybody dies. If it's the Greeks, everybody suffers, everybody dies. But you know, that's good shit. That's good shit.
I hear through the grapevine that your ass done started back smoking pretty heavy.
Well, I actually 2 days ago I hooked back up on the vape shit. So I've been 2 days no smokes. I'm good.
But you know what though? That everybody's been telling me for years. You need to start vaping. It come out vaping may be more dangerous than smoking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, dude, I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, but you know, I did quit. I did quit smoking last year. I quit for 5 months, and I was doing good, dude. And my dad got real sick, and I was losing weight like a motherfucker. I had quit sodas, everything. I was doing so good, and I know it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's just what happened. My dad got sick. I picked up the cigarettes and started eating, and just.
No, I know, dude. Trust me.
Yeah.
That like traumatic shit, especially when you're a smoker.
Yeah.
Like I started again about like a year ago. Went through a breakup, and
I heard
was just like, all right, well, fuck this. I'm just gonna slowly kill myself with cigarettes. Then it's just that man thing. And I went out and bought a pack. Super easy.
That's the way I was. And it's just like, you know, I picked them up and I was like, I know I'm fucking up here. But I told myself I'll only smoke a couple to calm my nerves.
That's always the way it is.
Yeah.
Smoke weed. The cigarettes aren't worth it.
Well, here's the thing. Weed. I don't live in a legal state. Here's the thing. I have to be real careful about what strains of weed I get because certain marijuanas raise my blood pressure extremely high.
Talk to me about that, dude. I mean, both my parents went to Berkeley in the 70s and 80s and like were super stoners, and I know way too much about weed. I also like get like nightmares and shit and stuff, so like I'm really sensitive and I like know all the strains and stuff and the terps and all that jazz. And even though my character would not know about that,
I've had a lot of people like, well, you know, smoking is a stimulus. So how did it calm your nerves? If you've never been a smoker, then you won't understand, but it does.
Yeah, it does.
I know it is a stimulant, but it like if you're fucked, like, you know, I was going through my dad, and I was sitting there watching him die and everything, and I was like, it calmed me down. It really did.
You get stressed out. You get stressed out, and you go and light it up, and you take one drag, and you feel it spread through your circulatory system, and it feels so good.
Absolutely.
It's like eating when you're. My issue was emotional eating.
I do that.
That when I was sad, yeah. But so it took me like 3 years to lose weight because 1, I didn't exercise and I just like ate less, and 2, because like I'd go through something and then I gained some of the weight back, and then it takes a while. But like, yeah, no, that's like, that kind of shit happens.
And it was the hardest thing I ever did too, was quit smoking.
And then it fucks you up.
So proud. I was so proud of myself for quitting smoking too. Because that was one thing everybody always picked on me about because I smoked so much. But I was like, I was so proud of it then. But I don't smoke as much as I did. Because back in the day, I was smoking 4.5 packs a day. And I have cut down a lot. I smoke, 4 packs a day. No, I smoke them. I just smoke about.
To be proud of.
I smoke about 3 though. I have cut like a pack and a half out. So,
yeah, I got to a point where I was like accelerating. Like I started off like half a pack a day, and then I was doing like my normal customary pack a day, and then I started like packing a half a day. I was like, okay, all right, I gotta nip this in the bud again.
Yeah, that's like
I just smoke the bud. Yeah, I probably smoke way too much.
I do that too.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
I smoke anything I can get my hands on.
And you know, Shabby's a full-time dabber. That's what he does. Dabs all the time. Dabs all the time.
Oh, I haven't been doing dabs.
And on 420, and Missy's a pot smoker too. And I'm not. I'm not. But they on 420, we every 4 minutes and 20 seconds they had to take a hit. That was the deal. Dude, I thought Shabby was going to die. I thought the kid was.
That's a recipe for early bedtime for me.
Yeah, and he's not even paying attention to what.
Sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
I was concerned because I was just smoking flower, and that's a lot different. Taking a hit
every 4 minutes.
Dab every 4 minutes.
Yeah, he would take a dab every 4 minutes. He's crazy. And he wears his hat wrong.
I just did a stream the other night where how many milligrams did you take in total the second time?
The first time it was 750, and then the second time I ate 2 500 milligram bars, and then I drank a 350 milligram on top of it. But it didn't seem to do much to me the second one. I feel like the chocolates didn't really affect me like the drink did.
It probably got into your system faster. The liquid ones are definitely gonna like hit faster and harder because your body isn't having to like digest and break down all those solids.
Yeah.
The fat though helps. Like, I don't know too much about weed.
Yeah, I've had a lot of
an
experience
animal
with
that. I've never seen anyone do as much weed as I've seen Shab do.
He doesn't but I don't know now. I'm gonna tell you now. I've been around Paul and fuck TJ and them motherfuckers. God damn.
Damn it! Now I need my bong. I left it on your side.
Dude, these motherfuckers are professionals. I mean, look, I smoke occasionally. I smoked a lot back in my 20s, but I have never put weed away like they could. There's no fucking way I could do it. I couldn't do it.
I mean, it's just that you build up a tolerance eventually. Like I'm way like, cause now that I live down in the deep south and shit where shit ain't legal, you know, I smoke way less than when
I know it. It's crazy. I seen you more when you lived like up in Seattle and other areas than I do when you live only a few hours away from me now.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I've been thinking about going, but hell, I can't go nowhere right now because of this fucking shit. Because I got a senior citizen mother that lives with me, so if I go out, I'm careful. Yeah, and I'm so irritated with the world right now because it's just so stupid. Our little state today, or yesterday, was reported 680 something cases in our state. It's just, and it keeps going up. It's just, like you go to a grocery store, nobody's wearing masks. It's just.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. Me and the guys were talking about this just yesterday, like in a meeting, and we were like, we started doing the show remotely about 2.5 months ago or something, and shit is worse locally than it was when we started sheltering.
Yeah, I know, right?
So like, in our area, at least, like there's more cases.
That's what it is.
Spit on my dick and roll it in flour.
Then deep fry.
Okay, we know what that means. Okay, let me explain to Paul what this means. Some of our fans, like, because I always do this thing, what do we do in the second hour, Missy? And then they'll come up with these weird sayings like spit on my dick and call it flour or shit like that.
Right.
It rhymes with second hour.
Got it.
So, anyways, Missy, what do we do in the second hour?
We e-demand.
That's right. We e-demand. That's when I tell you to give us money and you do it. We don't ask. We don't e-beg. We e-demand. Shabisky has a Patreon down below. Please throw him a few bucks for the work he does here. Missy has a Patreon. Please throw her a few bucks. And of course, the voice in the sky, the hand with the man up my ass, Booleanenator, has a Patreon. Please throw him a few bucks. And I have a Patreon. We have Streamlabs and a direct link to PayPal. If you want to tip, please do. I don't know exactly how much we've made, but I'm going to go ahead and say if we make 125 more before the show's up, I will do a Friday show.
Oh, shit. That should be doable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the Friday shows are always bonuses. So yeah, we'll do a Friday show if we make 120. That's it, 25, 125. Yeah. Yes, and if I make 5,000, I will ejaculate in my hand and show you the sperm.
Oh wow!
Please don't ever pay him. Please don't ever pay him that much money.
Logging on to my PayPal now.
I will do it. I'll even lick it.
Okay.
I will taste it. I won't lick it. I'll eat all of it.
You have to roll it in flour first.
And you got to understand now, I got 3 testicles. So I have a lot of jizz.
That's not nice to think about.
If it was colored, it looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. I'm not lying.
Oh, while we're shilling, can I shill my channel?
No! Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. I was all ready for that. Wait.
Hi, yes, I'm Olive Gardens. That's Olive with a Y and Gardens with a Y instead of an E because branding and because I'm not associated with the restaurant. But yeah, you should totally subscribe, like to me on YouTube and stuff. Yeah, I'm Olive Gardens, Olive. I'm with all of the subscribers.
There you go.
Because we're losing them fast.
And of course, you don't really have, everybody knows about Paul, so you don't really have
I just want to make friends. I just want to make friends with everybody. And
Why?
detox you too because it's kind of gross.
I don't like friends. I've learned. I used to think I wanted to meet people, but after I started doing this and met a lot of people, I rethink that.
I would kill for friendship right now. I moved to make more friends and have a life again after my ex-fiance left me and I had fucking nobody. And I moved down here to Long Beach fucking right before COVID shut everything down. So I haven't been able to make any friends. Oh, I did meet Rubber Dorky, who is a lovely guy, but
I know
he got
him.
hit by a car, dude. Yeah. He got fucking kneecapped by this drunk driver, this fucking rich bitch come back from a Corona protest or some shit. That's nonsense. He's such a lovely person.
I know him. I've hung out with him.
Legs.
I hung out with him in California a couple times. He's all right. Yeah,
it's so sunny down here.
It's not that bad. I'd rather most people get hit by cars, honestly.
I mean,
I'm not joking. Yeah. I used to honestly want to meet people, and now that I meet people, I'm like, ugh.
Does that mean you don't want to hang out with me? Does that? But I thought we were friends. What are we? How could you lead me on like this? I feel so used and taken advantage of. I came here as a guest because you asked me out of the kindness of your heart, and now
Shabisky wanted you here.
Yeah, I was begging for you to be on, Olive.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan.
You're very white.
I thought she was frozen for a sec.
She's very Caucasian.
No, I'm just good at saying stuff.
You're attractive. Yeah. You're attractive, but you're Caucasian, and
I'm really white. I'm saltine.
I like naked black girls.
Yeah. I got nothing.
That's another thing you gotta give me a tutorial on.
The darkest.
Fucking black chicks.
Yeah.
Oh, they're awesome, dude. And this is not a slight. I swear on white girls because I was married to a white girl, but I prefer black women because honestly, I find them to be more passionate in bed.
Damn.
They're
you haven't fucked crazy girls then.
Oh, I have. It's all the girls every fucking girl I've ever had.
Not crazy enough.
Let's say me and Monty.
They get high level crazy.
Completely opposite. He pretty much dates just number white chicks, and I date pretty much. And people ask me all the time, "Where did your fetish for black?" It isn't a fetish, first of all. It's not a fetish. It's just what I'm attracted to.
It's just a preference.
It's a preference, and I know where it came from. It came from when I was a kid. I didn't have internet or porn magazines to jerk off to. I watched Soul Train.
Makes sense. Isn't it weird how your preferences kind of mirror or
yeah,
because all my sisters were little blonde cheerleader types, and so I can't abide a blonde. I'm not even interested.
Makes sense. Well, and
brunettes only.
And the thing is, I've said before, I grew up in the hood, right? And most of my friends were black, and I hung out with a lot of black girls, and It just had happened. That's the way it happened. But I do like all women. I fucked Asians. I fucked white girls. I fucked a mix. I haven't fucked an Asian. I'm lying. That's the one I haven't fucked yet. I fucked Mexicans.
Right. Asian ladies out there.
I even fucked
Portuguese. You hate Asians.
No, I don't hate Asians. I hate
Asian men.
I hate Asian men.
Let me correct that. Asian men.
And it isn't because they're Asian. They're just Asian men are fucking weird.
Magicians.
They can't drive. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I love Chinese food.
My type are magicians.
Your type of magicians, right?
I'm really into magic.
Here's the thing. I really don't say that I because it sounds like I'm being like in some way racist when I say I'll only date black chicks. But it isn't that I am prejudiced toward white chicks or any other kind of race. It's just usually how it happens. I usually end up with black chicks.
I don't even think it's a racist thing. Like, you have a preference. Like, it's not. I don't feel like that's being racist. It's just what you like.
Yeah,
you don't say that someone's like being
and they know
homophobic because they won't be gay.
Let me tell you something. Like, if you're a white dude who is into the swirl, as they call it, that's what they call it, the swirl. Black girls pick up on it without you even saying anything. Dude, I swear I was sitting in a bus station, just minding my own business, not saying shit. Black girl walks up to me, sits down beside me. She says, "Sir, can I ask you a question without getting offended?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You like black girls, don't you?" How the fuck do you know? And she said, "You just got swag."
Oh, shit. Well, I'm fucked. I have no swag.
Now you don't. You're swagless.
I'm a white girl. I'll never have swag.
You've always tried to do the like I do. You can. You don't have the sass. You don't have the sass.
I don't.
You gotta
I freely admit it.
You gotta bring out your inner black woman, your inner 80-year-old black woman. Is what you gotta do. Now let me tell you about Missy. Now Missy's a white girl I would bang, and here's why. Miss, say a few words. Say a few words. I want you to really listen. No, I want you to really listen to this voice when she talks. She has such a fucking sexy voice.
Did we talk about this last time? Missy, yeah, great voice.
Missy, say Paul. I want to rub your beard.
Paul, I want to rub your beard.
I gotta go.
Paul, I want to rub your beard. Paul.
All right, I'm back.
I want to rub your beard.
That's working on me too for some reason.
The people who don't understand that Olive's not a real person and who want to date her.
I couldn't have sex with you doing that voice. I'd be punching.
I can't leave Nathan. We've been together for so long.
Yeah.
We've been together for so long, you guys. I mean, like, he's the best listener. He never ignores me unless, like, he's turned over or something. But, like, he's just, like, he's the best listener. And I just, like, I can't leave. Look at those eyes.
I am so disappointed in you, Shabisky.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because after all that shit talk, Paul's been on here a while now, and you haven't once insulted him.
You're the one that said he smelled like dead turtles and shit,
I did say that.
Said he smelled like mold and dead turtles or something. Fuck you.
Smell like mold and dead turtles?
How do you smell that through the screen?
I said gym socks and dead turtles.
You guys have really strong senses of smell.
Same thing. Yeah, and I stuck up for you. I was like, no I bet Paul smells like rainbows.
You said he was the worst thing on Deep Fat Fried. You wish that TJ would dump him?
Oh, God.
That's what you said.
I wish TJ would just release me from his clutches.
Clutches. Shabisky's fucking awesome. I'll give him that. He's a great little cat. You knew who Shani for Christ is, Paul?
Yeah, I think so. I think I remember her from back in the Brett Keane days.
The N-word.
Yeah, she's really bad person.
A big lady.
And see, Shabisky was fucking with her, trolling her, and it was bad. He shouldn't have done this. But he made her think he was her friend. And he kept bringing her around me, and I told him, Missy was there. I said, Shabisky, stop bringing that girl around because I'm going to end up hurting her feelings.
Right.
Damn, Shabisky, you're like letting him pull the trigger. You're like handing him the gun, putting her in front of him, and then letting him pull the trigger.
She's not a good person because she's the one that says the N-word freely. She's the one that made fun of somebody that died. She's not a good person.
She's not a good person.
She came around and she was insulting me. So I said, your pussy smell like, what I say? Bull, bologna, and Play-Doh.
Bologna and Play-Doh.
Yeah, that's what I told her. And so then she made this long video saying that I sexually harassed her.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I caused her to try to commit suicide. And she showed her brutalized arm, which was this, Paul. Like you scratch your fucking arm and make it red.
Right.
Pussy.
She also said that he's a rapist after that.
Yeah, I was a rapist. Told Missy that if Missy went to California with me, I was going to rape her.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
like she was
say,
all my fucking plans.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a great, like, that's just a tell.
Yeah, but this is the thing, too. She accused Pimp,
saying
that Pimp sexually harassed her, right? Yeah. But before this, her and her husband were sending me videos of them, like, wanting to lick whipped cream off of my body and wanting me to come do porn with them.
Yeah.
And
video on Twitter publicly. Remember that? Of her wearing boy shorts that became a thong because it was on her fat ass.
So it's like I never asked for you to send me these. Like you sexually harassed me by sending me these videos over and over again, and then you're gonna call him.
I wasn't sexually harassing. I was insulting her, and I did say one thing that I probably shouldn't have said. I said she was the cure for rape.
You did say that.
I did.
Well.
Damn. I'm sorry. It's horrible, but like also really, really savage.
Yeah.
That's like, I can appreciate a good insult. It's like when I get like super roasted by somebody I know or somebody I don't know. If they like do it well enough and hit the nail on the head and like get me right where I'm insecure, and I'm like, damn, okay, you know what? I'm like, I can't be mad because you did a really good job. But you know what? The only person, there will never be anyone who can bully me better than I can bully myself.
True.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah. That's how I got through grade school as a little fat kid.
Yeah, no, you have to be better at making fun of yourself than other people making fun of you.
Yeah, yes. Self-deprecation works, man.
It's true.
It works.
Just use the humor to cope, you guys. Humor is a coping mechanism. It's great.
It's true.
Yeah. Shabisky picks on me, though, and I don't like that.
That's true, too.
Why you do that, Shabisky?
Damn it, Shabisky.
I can try being nicer, but I don't know. This fucking pimp guy is kind of a dickhead. I don't know.
I am kind of a dickhead.
Those are fighting words.
Dude, I'm an asshole. I'll be the first one to fucking tell you. But I have changed in my old age. But I'll say a lot of things because I think Paul's getting there. He's not.
I'm
quite
up there. I turned 40 this year.
Yeah. So. See, it comes to a point to where you get to a certain age where you just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, that is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you don't like me, so fucking what? You know, yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about it. I just don't care.
There's no point.
I mean, look, I'm not as old as the producer man. He's got me beat by a few years. So, but I'm hanging out with these young kids all the time, and I don't understand why they get all emotional about this shit no more. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I can relate to that shit. Like, it's one of the reasons why I stopped kind of hanging around in our fan communities a whole lot and shit, because I just realized, like, I'm on a different wavelength.
Yeah.
Like, if I was in my 20s, I'd probably be right there with them. But I'm not anymore. I'm too old for this shit.
Somebody makes a meme about you. People get all upset. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I've been memed a bunch. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I think it is like an emotional maturity thing too. I mean, like Judge Judy always says, like guys take a little longer to cook.
Yeah.
But like some people just don't ever quite get to that point where they understand that they don't have to take everything personally, and that just because somebody evokes a feeling in you doesn't mean you have to act on it or react to it.
Right.
Like,
I'm smoking my halves. All I got is pieces of fucking cigarettes.
Oh no, that's terrible.
The bit.
It's Shabby's fault.
He came over and smoked all your cigarettes halfway.
He did.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Oh, prick. So Shabisky, you said you've been a fan of Paul's for a long time.
Yeah, like.
You know, is there anything you'd like to ask him? Be an interviewer. Be a podcaster for once in your fucking life.
I didn't think of questions to ask Paul. I don't know. I was just scared he wasn't going to like me.
He does.
I think he doesn't. Yeah.
I don't like anybody though, so.
Yeah, he doesn't even like me.
That's cool. I get it.
We've been friends for years. He
Just
doesn't
wanna be
like me.
Well,
especially
who the fuck
myself.
likes you? Oh, Paul.
I mean, fuck, I've known this man for quite a while now, and he doesn't like me. I don't like him.
No, I don't have to like somebody.
I do like Paul, actually. I'm not.
Yeah. I can't help but love Pimpmunk.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a lovable fucking character. I really am. So that's when people get pissed off me. It's probably your fault.
It could be.
Because I don't go out here and try to start drama. I don't. I hate that shit. I made a vow on this fucking internet couple years ago. I'm like, I'm done with drama YouTubing, and I don't do that. Now every now and again you're gonna get pulled into it. It doesn't matter what the fuck happens. You can't. It's unstoppable. There is gonna be drama, but you don't have to sit there and dwell on it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I just don't have the patience for it anymore. To be honest with you,
I don't either.
I wish I was cool enough to be part of drama.
Oh, I've been part of big drama, and it sucks.
Yeah, you don't want it.
You don't want it.
Hey, man, I'll take any social interaction at this point. I've literally talked to myself for so long that I have 2 different characters, and, like, it's just me here. I can't do it. I don't have any pets. Like, at least I'm propagating some jade now, so there's another living thing here.
I mean, there's certain people.
Besides the spiders.
I've met a lot of online personalities, and there's certain few that I don't like. I'm not going to mention names, Repzion, but
I haven't met him.
you know, but there's certain people that I don't care for too much, Repzion, but you know, he's a little whiny bitch, but still, I keep it to myself, Repzion.
Right, Repzion.
All right. Ramsey's girlfriend.
And his girlfriend, that fucking cunt. That's a cunt girlfriend. I can't help it. He got a cunt girlfriend.
Yeah.
She thinks it's okay to be racist because she didn't grow up in the country.
And I did want to kind of get into some serious talk about this.
Country.
I did kind of want, because we do a little serious stuff here and there on the Morning Wood. And I love hearing Paul talk about shit, because Paul's got good opinions. He's a fairly intelligent guy. Yeah, you are. You're fairly smarter than me.
I don't know about that.
I'm dumb, dude. But fucking Shabisky makes me look like Tesla, and it's just I can be the dumbest motherfucker ever. I go around Shabisky, I feel smart.
Nobody's dumber than my landlord.
Shabisky is.
I don't know, Shabisky. Have you painted over electrical outlets?
He muted. See, he don't even know he's muted.
Yeah, see.
I was smoking. I don't want to cut. I know I'm smart enough to unscrew the caps on the outlet.
Okay, yeah, see, it's so easy. And now I have, like, barely any plugs that I can use. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, and then all the spiders, like, crawling in through. There's, like, the foundation is, like, collapsing a little bit in the front where, like, there's these big windows. And so the spiders are, like, crawling through the slats on the outside and going through the cracks in the plaster. So I'm then, like, waking up with spiders in my bed. Yeah.
Awful.
Hey, it's better than the last place, though. The House of Tile of Horror. I had, like, a series of tweets at one point. But this house was just covered in tile, like, head to toe. The guy who used to own it before my dad, he was a tiler, but he was bad at it, and he was also an alcoholic. And he would just, like, bring home tile from his job and then just, like, fucking tile the entire house. So it's all different tile. and like some of it is Christmas lights behind it, and like you can't replace it. So if they go out, like you can't take it out again. I gotta find this series of
I don't even know what she's
there's like
talking
little
about now.
videos. Oh, and there were 2 gas leaks.
She just talks and talks.
Yeah, I can go for fucking ever. I need friends.
Oh, no.
This is like the first social interaction I've had in like 2 weeks.
Oh my God, that broke my heart. I need
Help.
What we got a tip?
Yeah, he
Oh,
sucks.
damn.
He couldn't get any questions right as he was getting beat by a dominatrix. Shab
Oh,
could
God,
have
they're picking
done
up
better.
No, but here's the thing about that whole night. Here's Paul was there, of course, was in that car before. See, this is something nobody's seen. We were all in the elevator, and Rebzion looks and said, "I may not be able to beat Paul in this fucking trivia contest, but I know I can beat Pimpmunk. I got way more answers than
Oh, yeah.
one right."
Yeah, he was horrible.
It's awesome.
I honestly think Repzion just wanted to get his ass beat, though. I think he was there for the ass beating.
It's
I
so
don't like
funny
it.
when like people boast before then, though. It's just even like more like extra satisfying.
'Cause I was saying the whole time I'm gonna lose because I knew I was. Because but first of all, they asked a lot of video game questions, and I don't know goddamn thing about video games, none. But there was a few things I knew, but I knew more than he did. But he's an asshole. But yeah, people. That's another thing people always bring up. That fucking episode, that torture episode, man. That was crazy. My ass was black and blue.
Yeah, I couldn't sit straight for
And
a
she
couple
hit
of
me
weeks.
in the back a couple times too. She did. She went a little high.
Well, her paddle work was bad, man.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't good.
Because she kept hitting me with the edge of that fucking paddle.
Yes.
It's like, okay, all right.
That might have been on purpose.
Well, she did
Maybe
me
it
too.
was.
And the same.
Maybe you
training-
guys are just pussies.
The same
That
training.
too.
No, wait, the same training friend that I was talking about earlier was
Missy, I love
watching
that
that
you're not.
episode, and she got mad because she knows how to do that stuff. She does that stuff, and she was like, "She's hitting them with the edge. You're not supposed to do that."
Yeah.
Ooh.
And she was good with some of the implements, but
Yeah.
TJ had good paddle work.
Yeah.
Because I got paddled
That's
towards
a
the
pattern.
end. I got paddled by TJ.
Did I get paddled by TJ? I can't remember. No, see,
I know I
torture
did.
shit
Maybe
didn't
she just
bother me that much.
wasn't the greatest dominatrix.
But
She
say-
was
let's
like,
say-
like C-rated dominatrix.
Here's how
Like
dumb
low
Red John
budget.
was, though. Here's how dumb, because TJ, he said, I'll give you $100 to sniff this pepper. It was a peppercorn right in a crusher. You crushed it. Well, Red John said, no way, because he thought you had to sniff the peppercorn.
Yeah, he thought we were talking about sniffing an entire peppercorn.
I was like, hell
Oh,
yeah, I'll
God.
do it. Because I knew I could do it because I've done it before for free out of jokes. And so I did it, got me an extra 100.
I
My-
snorted sugar
God.
once. That hurt.
My two favorite stories from that night are the peppercorn story and the Pimpmunk story. When you were wearing the GIMP mask,
Yeah.
that was part of your you were
Mhm.
GIMP monk.
I
And you
couldn't
looked
breathe.
You looked over at me and you were like, "Oh, I can't breathe in this thing." And I was like, "Take it off, then, Pimpmunk. Take it off, baby."
Well, but we were all stupid because we didn't realize there was a zipper in the mask. You could open the motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god.
I didn't realize you could do that.
I don't have any GIMP mask experience, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing. People always thought I'd get mad about the voice thing, right? That's part of me. I mean, that's I don't get mad. Dude, I earned this voice. I got punched in my fucking vocal cords for this voice. So
It's a unique voice, man.
it is. I'm okay.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, Pimpmunk.
It is. And that's a part of the whole thing. So I don't get mad. And what people don't realize, that when I used to act like I get upset, it was all part of the joke.
Of course.
It was part of the joke.
You got to
And-
roll with it. It's called rolling with it.
Yeah, and it's like, when I made that video at the time acting like Paul, I had the big beard on and hair. He didn't get mad.
Why would I? It's
Yeah,
funny
why
as
would
shit.
TJ, I made a video making fun of TJ. TJ liked it and shared it on Twitter.
And that's all part of not taking yourself too seriously.
Exactly.
You want to
Now,
do this
have I-
job, you can't.
Exactly. Have I gotten upset before for certain things? Of course I have. It's not the fact that you get triggered, it's how you act when you're triggered. That's what matters.
This is true.
And Paul pisses me off because he doesn't give me that booty. And especially now that I find out he's actually bisexual and he still won't give me booty. I'm a ugly man.
Clothes.
There's not much booty to give, man. It's back and crack back there.
I just want to touch the brown star. I just want to touch the brown star. That's all. You're
used to like, hitting up black booties.
Yes,
that have that nice jiggle to them and shit. There ain't nothing on me is gonna move.
See, that is something that's hard to get used to though. When you're going with black girls who do most of the time, the last black girl we had a flat ass, but most black girls have big booties, and then you go with these white chicks, it's like paper. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I got no ass, man. It sucks. I can't even keep my pants up.
Just a little bit because it's kind of.
So we need 115 now to do a Friday show. By
115 should be doable. How much time we got?
We've got 34 minutes.
Shit, come on, that's doable.
I've done 4,000 an hour. We can do 115 in 30 minutes.
PT Ham, where you at?
Part-time bacon.
Part-time bacon.
That's what I call him all the time. Yeah, but where the chick I'm with is not flat at all. Well, there you go. See, here's the thing that's weird about mixed relationships. Black guys and white girls are looked at not too bad these days. But for some reason, a white guy with a black girl is still taboo in a way. I don't understand that.
Hopefully not for long.
I don't understand that. But we did a test to Shabisky. Shabisky claims to have a black girlfriend. And you know who the Hannibal Monty is, right?
Yeah.
Well, they come on the show sometimes. They're good friends. And, come on here. And we tested Shabisky's black girl knowledge, and he had none. Like, what kind of pillow they sleep on? He didn't know. He didn't know that they all sleep on silk pillows because of their hair.
Also, other French gals also do that for their skin. Sometimes, I have really sensitive skin, and it's just good in general to be switching out your pillowcases.
Oh, dude.
Really, really white. But that means I burn and then I peel and all. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah,
one of my favorite.
I burn like toast and bruise like a peach.
By the way, I want to say this real quick. Hannibal's in the chat room. Hannibal's one of my favorite motherfuckers on the planet. I love that dude. That is my homeboy right there. I want to kiss his big, thick black lips. Is what I want to
do. Damn.
I want to fuck him in the butt.
Yeah. I want to thank Hannibal for sticking up for my music yesterday. I didn't see it, but Skep told me about it.
Your music sucks.
Wow.
That's messed up.
So mean.
That's not encouraging. Don't put down other artists. No,
He's
we gotta stick
artist.
Together. Hey, music's an art, and no matter how bad you are at it or how good you are at it.
He's not an artist.
It is an art. If you make it, you're a fucking artist. This is logic.
He sucks.
See how mean he is to me?
No, he's very talented. I've said that.
Oh, damn. It's The Rock.
124.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
We still like one penny. You know the rules. I am a stickler. I am a stickler. I am a fucking stickler. I do that. If we don't make the penny, we won't do a Friday show.
Damn.
Oh,
somebody's got to throw in a penny.
Yeah, I'm a stickler. It's the fucking. If I make the rules, it's how we're gonna stick with the rules, right, Shabisky?
Yeah.
Thank you, PT.
Oh yeah.
Shabisky, talk that shit to Paul. I'm waiting.
What? You talk that shit. Tell him how he smells like dead turtles. You have? You were just sucking his dick a minute ago, saying how great he was.
His dick is like a dehydrated thumb.
What? You will look way more like a thumb than he does. What are you talking about?
He said his dick, Shabisky.
Oh, I thought you.
It does. It does. We did a show where we looked at a dehydrated thumb, like some outlaw's thumb that they cut off and saved in some museum somewhere, and I was like, uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know if I did say thank you, but
PT Ham, you the man. Jesus.
Thank you, PT.
But you didn't give the penny though, so
it's true.
It's so true. So what are you into lately, Paul? What's catching your interest lately?
Oh,
there it is.
Nice.
You did it. Friday show for Pimpmunk.
I changed my mind. No Friday show. I'm joking.
So crap about that.
Well, yeah, but what's been catching Zigo's interest lately?
I mean, you know me. I'm a little depressing. I've been kind of wondering how this whole end of the world thing is gonna play out.
Oh, really?
Because it's happening. You know, there's so much shit currently happening, and then so much shit right on the horizon that I just, you know, I'm kind of a doomsayer with it. I believe that shit's about to get real crazy. Like at the end of this month, a first round of like evictions is going to happen.
Yeah.
From the people that were asked to stay home and they got like rent relief and shit. That shit ends this month in some states. And then at the end of July, there's going to be a second round of that shit. COVID is exploding in all these fucking states that reopened too early.
Yep.
So I have a feeling that we're about to be asked to do more shelter in place shit. They're going to tell us to quarantine again.
It's going to be worse.
And it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
Civil unrest in the streets.
Yeah, very much.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Hey,
and I want to say that I've said this before. I'm going to say it again.
Call the Ghostbusters.
I will not condone the writing, but I'm not going to condemn it either. I've said this many times because as a white guy, I'm a white dude, so I cannot speak for black people. And I will say this real quick. I get their anger. I can't understand it because I haven't been through the same shit they have been. But if you don't understand the reasoning why they're pissed, then you're a fucking moron.
Right. I mean, focusing on the rioting, I understand like people's tendency to do that, but there have been way more peaceful demonstrations than there have been riots.
And they don't point out, and they also want to point out the rioting, right? They don't point out to where I've seen videos where black guys surrounded a cop to protect the cop.
Yeah. Cop got injured or some shit, and they helped him out.
Yeah, and I've seen where there's one black dude, there was a line of cops, right? And one black dude walks up with a case of water, cuts the bag of water, and says, I know your guys are hot.
There's like investigations, I believe, into some of the looting being planned beforehand.
There was that cop that broke the AutoZone window. He was caught on tape doing it.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the people actually looting the stores. So all the pharmacies in Long Beach, like downtown Long Beach, were broken into. Like it was like a whole fucking planned thing. They did it like on one of the days of the protests, and of course, it's easy to fucking it just fucks everything over, that selfishness. Like I couldn't get my medication for like 4 days. I've been feeling like shit, and I like finally got it, but like it put my own health in jeopardy. And then it also just makes something that is a good cause, which is like not wanting to be discriminated against, something that you literally can't change and is a part of you. Like that's so fucking horrible. People taking advantage of something that should really be paid attention to, especially since like fucking it sucks. It sucks.
Now I do want to say this,
people are mean. They need to just be nice.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people come at me about this because I've said this. I'm not down with the ACAB shit. I don't think all cops are bad. I don't.
Let me pick your brain on that for a second.
Okay.
Because I don't believe that all cops are bad either.
Yeah.
But there's an argument to be made for it. So here we go. You got your good cops, right? Your guys that are just out there doing their job.
I know where it's going. Yeah.
Right. They're being kind to people. They're being civil servants like we expect them to be. Mm-hmm. Those cops work with some dirty motherfuckers. And they know it, and they don't say shit about it, and they toe the line for the most part. Now, sometimes cops do come forward and say, hey, there's some shit going on. They usually end up losing their jobs and shit. But the vast majority of cops at least know about some shenanigans going on at their fucking police department. They don't speak up. They don't do anything to stop it. And that shit has to stop.
It does. It does. And I think some of it, I'm not going to say all of it, but I think some of it may be out of fear.
Well, of course it is. Yeah. Of course, the reprisal and shit. I mean, it's like a good old boys club over there.
Yeah, exactly. It's out of fear.
So there is a very interesting, great book by Dr. Philip Zimbardo, who, if you guys recognize the name, he's the guy who did the Stanford prison experiments.
Right.
experiment because it went horribly wrong. And actually, the woman who convinced him to stop it eventually became his wife, which I think is really sweet. But the experiment went horribly wrong. It did not go as planned. But he found a lot out. He found out a lot about the nature of evil and how this sort of bystander thing protecting the others happens. And there's, I believe he's got a list of like 8 criteria, but a lot of it's like putting everyone in the same uniform, like this sense of unity and togetherness, the sense of us versus them. And that's like how even normal, regular people can be ingrained into this with basically these sort of traits, but it creates a group, and suddenly you want to protect the group. You know, it's like when you're in high school and there were little clubs and shit, you'd have little rivalries, but essentially it's the same thing where people bond in this brotherhood. The only thing though is that because of this, it allows stuff like systematic racism to continue because the behavior is allowed, because they want to protect their brothers and sisters. They want to protect the family. Like you hear about businesses talking about, this is a family. Like Michael Scott, this is a family business.
The blue line shit, yeah. I mean it's tribal. It's fear. You know, they don't. It's a good, like Paul said, good old boy club kind of thing. But now, and I wish they had the strength and the bravery to stand up against it. Some of them do, most of them don't. But and when I say I don't think ACAB, I don't like ACAB, but the system's fucked. The system's twisted. We got to fix it. Yeah. Bottom line. And right now, I do believe we're going through a culture shock right now. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I've talked about this the other day, I'm changing a lot of my ways because of it. Because a lot of things that I used to think, I think differently now. Like I used to have issues with not with Black Lives Matter, but with some of the people who took over Black Lives Matter.
And then you started fucking black chicks.
Well, no, I've always fucked black chicks. But here's the thing: this is different than it was in 2016. It is. The Black Lives Matter thing is different. It's fucking different. And I'm all for it. And I'm about to piss a lot of people off. I'm about to stick a sign in my front yard that says Black Lives Matter. Yeah. And so I'm willing to get my ass whooped for it because there needs to be a change. Because I've been reading stuff and I've been seeing stuff. And I was raised by a woman that had no hate in her heart toward people like that. My mom's best friend growing up, I've talked about this before a billion times, was a black gay guy. Right. So I wasn't raised with that kind of hate. I had family members that had that kind of hate, but I was never taught that kind of hate. And hatred is taught. Racism is taught not, because you put a black baby and a white baby next to each other, they don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
And it's time for everybody. And people who used to be anti-SJ, they grow the fuck up now. It's time to grow the fuck up.
I mean, look, there's still, plenty to make. There's still plenty to make fun of when it comes to like hardcore SJW stuff. But when it comes down to brass tacks, like, I don't know. It seemed to me in 2016 like they were a big problem. It was, and now it seems like they're really not.
It went from comedy to straight up drama, straight up real drama.
Right.
It's because they got, that nonviolence speaks so much more powerfully than violence. I mean, all those examples of the protesters, actively like even down here in Long Beach, really determined to keep people safe and to just do it in the daylight and then end it and support each other. One of the most amazing things that I saw is that after I think it was like a Sunday night. Down here in Long Beach, when the worst riot took place and a bunch of the fucking Hot Topic was looted. But the most amazing thing was that the next morning, I opened the windows facing the street and there were all these people walking around and parking their cars and getting out with brooms and bags. and gloves, and they literally cleaned downtown. The locals did. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, you know, it's not like the
there's a
local
lot
people
of-
looting the Hot Topic and shit.
Yeah.
That shit's like, that's real criminal.
And of course,
That's
there's people there to
that's
take
not
advantage.
protesters, you know.
Out here,
people that
they've been
take advantage.
protesting on the highway. Like,
And
they'll
that's
just
not-
shut the
That's
highway down.
That's
That's
kind of
dangerous.
crazy.
That's dangerous because I don't know if you guys saw, there was this horrible video of a tanker going through a crowd of people because, so the thing about the tanker is like people think he's doing it on purpose, but no, it's because there's so much momentum and so much weight that big trucks like that, if they're going 60, they need a really long time to stop.
And he had hazardous material in his truck.
It takes a long time to brake. Like, I used to have a military truck with my ex, and seriously, that thing took forever to brake. I think we actually cut off a cop at one point, but he like gave us the okay because we needed like 20 more feet to stop. They can't. That's why they have these truck pull-offs where there's a bunch of sand and they can drive off and it'll just sink the tires because like they can't stop.
And I'm sure Paul, you've got this, Paul, already, and I know I have. I've got it already. You know, people bringing up shit that we've said in 2016.
Of course.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, don't you realize it's just a different fucking time? People can change, first of all, and it's a different time. We made fun of stupid shit back then. This isn't now. Some of the shit is silly, like when I'm trying to cancel Quentin Tarantino and shit like that. That's just fucking silly and ignorant.
Or Seattle's autonomous zone.
Yeah, or the Paw Patrol. I mean, come on.
That's
Stop.
ridiculous. Paw
Just
Patrol is
stop.
just...
So you got the comical side to it, but then when you get deep into it, and it's, I mean, dude, I cried a lot lately. I have. I've literally shed tears because I watched like this little black girl stand in front of cops because she had to be taught how to act when a cop comes up.
Right.
You know, make sure your hands are visible. Make sure you have a nice smile on your face. Make sure you're always in a good mood around a police officer. I wasn't taught that. I didn't have to be taught that. And I didn't, and for a long time, I guess I didn't understand that or really grasp a hold of that. But when a black guy has to keep his hands visible or have to be all giddy and smiley, that's bullshit. Because I've talked to cops shitty before.
Oh yeah, me too.
I mean, I've told a cop to suck my dick.
I've never been whooped on by a cop, and I've treated cops shitty for sure. I mean, there's you know,
it's some different bullshit, and it's all because of the color of their skin. I mean, like I was taught as a woman not to wear certain things.
Well, women don't matter.
I mean, he's right, but
he's got a point.
But like Hannibal just said, that's his whole life. Hannibal just said in the chat, that's his whole life. What I just said. That's sad. Right. That's sad, man. That is sad. No, I have been profiled because I'm tatted up and you know, I've got a history. People know my past, but it isn't the same. It isn't the same.
Yeah. No, it isn't.
It isn't, and knowing that I do have close friends, people I care about, like Hannibal, girls that I've dated and shit, knowing that they go through that kind of shit, it's fucking ridiculous. And if you're not standing right now I'm not saying be the voice for the black community because we should not be the voice. We should stand by them when they raise their voice, because we should protect them. It's our time to stand by them.
Our actions will speak louder.
Yeah. You know, I'm not going to get up here and speak for black people. I'm not going to do it, but I will stand by my brother Hannibal. I will walk down the fucking street with him, and I will stand in front of him before he gets hit.
Yeah. I mean, my commentary on this, you know, may not be worth much, but I'm definitely not going to stand in the way of what's going on right now.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'll be there to support if I'm needed, you know, but yeah, you know, for me, I think that whenever there's a movement like this, I have a natural inclination when it crops up to be skeptical about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like throwing my lot in with anybody.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's the way I was back. I think it may be time.
No, it's beyond time for sure.
Yes, yeah, it's time.
I just want to be friends with everybody. I just want everybody to like me all the time and give me the attention that I didn't get as a child.
I'm here to say right now that
let me fix
stand
you
for everybody except Asians and white girls, because white girls are stupid.
They can be for sure.
Whoa.
I'm just saying. And Shabisky, fuck him.
What?
Fuck that guy.
I'm not a white girl.
So you've got about 20 words in today, Shabisky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't
21.
said a lot. 21.
I was scared of Paul.
Why are you scared of
Five
Paul?
more.
He's just scary. He's got a big
26.
beard.
I'm the least scary thing, dude. Pimpmunk will back me up on this. Like,
He's
I'm
not
a big
an intimidating man. He's not
No.
an intimidating man.
I'm
He's like, but
soft
he's a
like
big
a
guy.
donut.
But yeah, exactly. He's like jiggly.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
like-
soft.
I think when TJ met me, right? TJ was like,
35
freak.
words.
He said, because TJ touched my stomach, he said, "Why are you so fucking hard? Well, why are you hard? You're not flabby like me. You're a big guy, but you're hard. You're solid." Because I fucking did things growing up. I was, I don't know.
If I had to pick, and I'm not saying any of y'all are really particularly scary, but if I had to pick between Pimpmunk, Paul, and TJ, which was scarier, I would have to say TJ.
Really?
Well, that's because TJ's just a fucking Yeti, though.
He's intense, man. He's
giant.
Intense. He's a giant.
Like, I've seen-
Man.
Yeah, but he's not in person. He's really soft, like body wise. He's not.
Yeah, but like a dude that big though,
He's big. He's big.
like there you have to know that, like, even if he's soft and he don't work out, which he pretty much doesn't, he's 6'6",
He is big boy.
pushing 6'7". If he hits you with one of them big old ham fists, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And if he gets on top of you, it's gonna be hard to get his ass off of you.
True.
You know what I
That's
mean?
like a toothpick.
True.
So I just don't got that. You know what I mean?
But here's what I've always said. It ain't really how tough you are. It's what you're willing to do not to get hurt.
right.
That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. It doesn't matter, because there's a lot of guys that can whoop my ass easily whoop my ass. But are they willing to go to the lengths that I'm willing to go not to get hurt? That's the question.
That's true. That you do have to take that into account. See, it would take a lot to push me to
Because I'll
that.
bite your face off if I have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, if I get pushed to that point where it's kill or be killed, I'm not saying that I'll do all that well, but I'm gonna try my best to
I
hurt
don't think
somebody.
you're a pussy by any means. I don't. I really.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
I'm a pussy. I get fucking broken and destroyed. I just fucking run or scream.
Because Paul's got some size on him. Paul, like a big man, any big man, really. If you're gonna fight a big man, do not let that big man get a hold of you.
See, that's exactly what I'm gonna try
You just
and do.
gotta run and tire him out.
Grab him. You grab them. Same me. That's the one thing I always had, because I knew how to because I learned how to put people on holds and stuff.
Right.
So I know how to, like, keep you. And I can break you down. Yeah, but now I've had my ass whooped. I mean, I've been beat up.
Yeah.
Bad. So no, they ain't no. Yeah. Nope.
You know, I wonder if you remember this. You probably don't, but Paul, like years ago, I raided you while you were live streaming. Like, basically, I came through, everybody typed in Shab Raid, but you read it as Shab Raid or whatever, and you were like, what the fuck? You thought, like, it was something negative, and you started banning all my people coming through. And then one of your viewers had to tell you, like, no, it's a positive thing. He's trying to be nice.
Oh,
like,
dude, I have a hair
whatever.
trigger.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around. Like,
Paul's salty.
Oh, shit.
oh yeah, like in my chat and shit. Even if you say something, you better make sure it's not something I can't take the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because if I do, it's over. I got no.
A few weeks ago, I came into your chat and said hi. You never even noticed me. I was like, "Fuck that guy."
Well, I mean,
That was senpai.
I apologize for that, but I've just learned to not pay much attention to the chat.
Yeah.
I look at it once in a blue moon.
Yeah, I understand. Well, it's because some
I think
people
that
are
was-
retarded.
I think back then you were just reading the chat. You were like talking with the chat directly,
Yeah.
like having conversations and stuff, and that came through. That was funny.
Why would you try to ruin his chat for like that?
I wasn't. I was
How dare
trying to
you.
be like, hey, you're a cool guy, and
How
be
dare
nice.
you?
I'm a boomer though, so I don't understand this whole rating Zoomer shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would. Now here's something I gotta say about
40,
this.
you're not a boomer.
Generation Z, right? I always pick on younger people, but I'll pat them on the back and give them a big thumbs up for that fucking Trump rally troll. That was amazing.
That was pretty good.
That was fucking smooth as shit. Reserving all those tickets and nobody showing up. That was fucking great.
Yeah, that was cute.
And then
you gotta give them.
Did all got corona.
Yeah, dude, I got so tickled. Yeah, they had
Corona'd.
Apparently, in Tulsa right now, they had a big fucking outbreak of corona. So, but
I saw a guy post a picture of his thermometer and it said 103 temp, and he wrote, "On my way to the rally." So, like,
Great.
But I love that fucking.
They're to get people sick.
And I know I piss people off all the time with this, and I don't care. I've said this from all along, and I mean this. Biden was definitely not my first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth choice, but I'm voting Biden all goddamn day long, baby.
You go right ahead. I don't stand in the way. I don't vote, but I don't stand in the way of people doing it.
I vote by policy.
I'm voting Biden.
I actually read the little booklets that they send just so I can see the policy shit, and then I vote based on that. I try not to look them up with local, and like honestly, like the same with I just want to vote based on like the logical things that they're gonna do. I mean, they might be shitty people, but like shitty people can do great things too.
Yeah.
You can be like Mother Teresa, man. Well, I mean, like she was really bad, but like
she was
ugly. Like, a different example, but. I mean, you're not wrong, but like,
here's the deal. Right now, here's the deal. Right now, if you don't, and a few months ago I would have said different. A few months ago I said I don't think anybody can beat Trump. Anybody that's running right now, I think Trump is really fucked himself. I think there is now he may win. I'm not saying he won't win, but I think there's a way better chance of him losing right now than it was 2 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I just like 2016, election night 2016 was the last time I made any proclamations about whether Trump was going to win or lose.
Yeah, he kicked that. Well, he didn't kick. He still lost popular vote, but still.
Yeah, but I mean, all them polls, pretty much every poll except for that one LA Times poll was like, man, Hillary's going to blow him out. It's going to be the biggest landslide and blah, blah, blah.
I just think the pulse right now is different.
Yeah,
and I think and here's the deal: if
change,
if these angry black people go out and vote, he'll definitely lose.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's why we should vote.
Because really, every time the majority of black people go out and say I'm voting, Democrats win.
People underestimate the power of just that one fucking vote, man. And like, especially with local elections, like that's where some real fucking corruption is happening. It's really important to vote not only in the national elections, but in your local ones. Like if you want fucking money to go to, the art program at the local school and
you have a new fan in the chat room, Janie, and his name it's tragic. He's an idiot, by the way, but I
appreciate you.
He's saying some sexual things about
you. Great.
he wants to know the last time you've been deflowered.
Can't you only be deflowered once?
Yeah, that's only.
I was thinking that as well. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? But
I don't think that guy's been deflowered.
And he also said you need a fidget spinner and an ice pack. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What the fuck?
Tragic doesn't make sense.
Tragic's a little weird. Tragic's one of here's the thing.
Really funny,
he's one of Shab's friends.
Oh. That explains it all.
That explains everything to me.
Jeb's like, what did I do?
So we do have 6 minutes left. When's the next Deep Fat Friday?
Well, we post a public show every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And every Thursday, you get half of our news show. And everything else is on Patreon. We do an additional Friday show and some pre-post shows and stuff. So, but yeah, Mondays and Thursdays are when the general public gets Deep Fat Fried.
And you still do the random streams too, don't you?
I do. Yeah. we're busting it out right now. We're taking advantage of the fact that we're all quarantined and shit, and we're trying to get as many shows put in the bank as we can.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we're recording 4 shows a week.
There you go.
So,
Man, I wish I was doing that much.
trying to bank it up.
So, Shabby,
Mm-hmm.
are you a few minutes left? Are you going to go at him like you said you would?
You're fat, Paul.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ha! That's a little mean.
Low
Why are you so
effort.
fucking mean, dude?
Ooh.
Look at what you did. You made Paul
It
cry.
was an accident, Paul. I didn't mean it.
Did you just make him cry so hard the lighting
Come
changed?
here. Let me kiss your sweaty forehead. Come here. It's okay.
It is sweaty. How did you know it was sweaty?
I can see it. It's
You're
shining.
glowing. It's called glowing.
I can see your
It's
monitor
called-
in your forehead.
It's called glowing.
So
It's because you're fat. We're always sweating.
That's true. Just talking on this show is like my workout for the day. I'm done. Ready for a
Yeah,
nap.
that's something I don't do a lot of for a fat guy. I don't sweat like a lot of fat guys do. I don't know why.
I have
Sweat
2
like a
modes.
sinner in church.
I have 2 modes. I have not sweaty, and then I have drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
I don't have that in between.
Yeah, I remember in New Orleans,
Feel
that meet up in New Orleans, dude. Your fucking shirt was like
It
looked
was
like,
horrible. I
it was
changed
like-
shirts 3 fucking times.
I remember that.
It was horrible.
That was crazy.
So,
But New
But that's-
Orleans is hot though.
yeah, that's New Orleans for you. Like,
You ever been to New Orleans, Shabby?
Hot and wet.
no, I
It's
barely
that humid
traveled.
heat. That's how it gets up here. It's
Mm.
been like that for the past
You live in Connecticut.
5 days.
Chicago in the summer.
Well, yeah, it can be hot in Chicago in the summer.
Oh, yeah. Well, it would be like fucking 80% humidity and then like fucking 85.
I live in Mississippi, so that's when people be throwing that shit at me. I'm like, fuck
I'm a
you.
pansy though. I grew up in Washington State, so like I just can't handle anything. Like the people are weird up there, man.
Paul
We're
is close to
fragile.
that. He knows that weather now. That damn southern weather summers are a bitch.
I moved from. Whoa, look at this.
Janie, you're cool. Paul, you're also cool.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
That's right. That's
you
right.
You've met D, Paul. My buddy in Seattle, Dwayne. D.
Oh, yeah, D-Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, D-Wayne. You're a cool
Darius.
cat yourself.
No, he's not. He's a fucking idiot.
Nah.
Wasn't he the one that got you all edibled up?
Yes, that little
Mhm.
motherfucker.
That is
Mhm.
the one.
He wasn't there. He gave me pills. That was pure. He don't even know how much it was. It was homemade fucking tea oil pills.
Oh,
Also, check out Ideology. Paul has a singing voice of angels.
Oh, it's Jude Law, too, the sexiest man that ever lived.
Oh damn.
I think Brad Pitt's the sexiest man.
No.
I agree to
You-
disagree. It's Jude.
Definitely.
Cary Grant.
Cary Grant was a handsome man. Shabisky's a handsome man.
Thank you.
I was actually watching the latest episode of Ideology before the stream started.
I don't watch Paul.
I don't blame you.
Oh,
I do not blame you.
I don't watch anybody anymore.
I don't
Yeah.
even watch myself.
No, I can't. And I gotta be honest with you. It's sad, but because I'm not a good friend. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a good friend. I've only watched one episode of DFF.
Dude,
I'm
trust
a
me, it's-
sucky friend, dude.
no, it's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. Like I can't claim any different. I got a lot of friends in the game and stuff, but I don't watch YouTube. I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Like it's like shop talk to me.
It becomes different once you start doing this shit all the time.
Yeah.
It kind of feels different.
It's true.
I know none of you watch my stuff. I don't even watch my stuff. Like, I'm the only one watching my stuff. I think I'm about to lose my 1,000 subs, actually.
If you get naked, I'll watch your stuff.
Okay.
Well,
That's what people keep telling me.
Fans only, or only fans, or whatever it's
bad.
You're
called.
gonna get an OnlyFans, Pimpmunk?
I need to get me a goddamn feather duster and a little maid outfit, take some pictures.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Try to get Missy to do it with those big ass titties.
Okay.
See, that motherfucker she got nipples, dude. I'm telling you about her nipples. What do they call? Well, you know those things.
God.
Inflatable. What's it called, Shabby? The crazy inflatable tube.
Wavy arm inflatable tube man. What is it called? How's it?
Yeah, the crazy inflatable.
Wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yeah, her nipples are like this, dude. They're like fucking. Like water garden hoses, epileptic garden hoses, man. Like fucking just feed you stuff.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is. They'll hit you.
Wacky waveable, wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing tube tits. They're the greatest.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank Paul and Janie for showing up today. It was a good show.
Thank you for having us.
Me.
Appreciate you very much, and I appreciate my co-host. Well, Missy, anyway. I appreciate her, and I very much appreciate Booleanenator. And Shabby, you suck today.
What?
Thank you all for watching.
I'm the greatest.
All that good shit. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't know who's gonna be on. I don't know who's gonna be on tomorrow. We'll have somebody here. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Shabisky, you're fucking retarded.
Fuck your grandpa.
I hate you. I hope you die, Shabisky. Is it over with? That's it. Shabisky, you're an idiot.
And me.